Hello kids! I am Teacher Badette, your teacher for today. Are you ready for our new lesson in mathematics? That's great! Welcome to our class of Mathematics 5. Our lesson for today is about finding common factors of numbers. And the learning competencies for this lesson are: use divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10 to find the common factors of numbers, and use divisibility rules for 3, 6, and 9 to find the common factors of numbers. In our last lesson, we mentioned that a whole number is said to be divisible by another number if the remainder is 0, like these numbers. Our lesson for today is about using divisibility rule for 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10 to find the common factors of numbers. That's why we are going to have a review about the divisibility rules. Again, divisibility rules is a quick way of determining whether a given number is divisible by another number without performing the division operation. Now, let's start with the divisibility rule for 2. A number is divisible by 2 if it is even or ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. For example, 348 ends with 8. Therefore, 348 is divisible by 2. Now, let's have divisibility rule for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For example, 432. Now, we're going to add the digits 4 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 9. Now, let's find out if 9 is divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Therefore, 432 is divisible by 3. Next is divisibility rule for 5. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends with 5 or 0. For example, 785 ends with 5. Therefore, 785 is divisible by 5. Our next rule is divisibility rule for 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Therefore, a number is divisible by 6 if it is even and the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For example, 6,132 ends with 2. Now, let's add the digits. 6 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. Therefore, 6,132 is divisible by 6. Now let's have divisibility rule for 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. For example, 2,457. Now, we're going to add the digits. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 is equal to 18. 18 divided by 9 is equal to 2. Therefore, 2,457 is divisible by 9. And the last rule for this lesson is divisibility rule for 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends with 0. For example, 2,480 ends with 0. Therefore, 2,480 is divisible by 10.
Now kids, we already know
the divisibility rules for 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Now, it's time for us to move to common factors. But before that, we have to know what do we mean by factors. These are numbers we can multiply to get another number. For example, we have the number 16. 16 can be a result of 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. Therefore, the factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. But we are not going to write 1 anymore because 1 can be a factor of any number. This is also mean that 16 is divisible by 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now let's have the common factors. Factors who are being shared by 2 or more numbers are called common factors. For example, let's have the number 16 and 12. 16 can be a product of 1 times 6, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4, while 12 can be a product of 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Therefore, the factors of 16 are 2, 4, 8, and 16, while the factors of 12 are 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Now that we have the factors of 16 and 12, it will be easier for us to identify the common factors. Just look at the factors of both number and identify or circle that they have in common. And those are 2 and 4. Therefore, 16 and 12 are both divisible by 2 and 4, and the common factors of 16 and 12 are 2 and 4. Do you understand, kids? That's great. Now let's have this problem. Mrs. Salcedo, a math teacher from San Agustin Elementary School, asked her grade 5 pupils to get the common factors of the numbers 20, 30, and 40. Is there only one answer to this? How will you get all possible answers to this? Now, let's answer the following questions. The first question is, what did Mrs. Salcedo ask her pupils to do? That's right. Mrs. Salcedo asked her pupils to get the common factors of 20, 30, and 40. The second question is, what do you notice with 20, 30, and 40? Excellent! 20, 30, and 40 all end with 0. So what does that mean? What do you think are the common factors of those three numbers? Now, let's find it out. Let's have the steps. The first step is list all the factors of each numbers. For 20, the factors of 20 are 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. For 30, The factors are 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. And for 40, we have 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, and 5 times 8. Now the second step is to write all the factors of the numbers. For 20, we have 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. For 30, we have 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, and 30. For 40, we have 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40. Now, let's identify the common factors of these three numbers. Let's have 2, 5, and 10. Therefore, the common factors of 20, 30, and 40 are 2, 5, and 10. Now let's have another problem. During recess, Faye Dara, a student from PNHS Main STE, was asked by her classmate to help her in finding the common factors. She drew circles to find the common factors. What do we call this method? And what are the common factors that Faye was able to garner? Now let's answer the problem. The method that Faye Dara used was Venn diagram. It is made up of 3 circles who are interconnected with each other. Now let's have the first circle. She wrote on the first circle factors of 36, which are 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Now, on the second circle, she wrote factors of 90, which are 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 15, 49, and 90. Now let us look at the common factors of the 2 circles. We have 2, 3, 6, and 9, and we are going to write it on the space where they are connected. Now let's have the third circle. Factors of 108, which are 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 16, 18, 36, 54, and 108. Now, look at the factors of 36 and 108. What are their common factors? Let's have 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36 and write it on the space where the first and the third circles are connected. Now look at the factors of 90 and 108. What are their common factors? That's correct. They have 2, 3, 6, and 9 as common factors. And we will write it on the space where the second circle and the third circle are connected. Now, let's look at the 3 sets of common factors. What factors they are common? We have excellent. We have 2, 3, 6, and 9. And we are going to write it in the center. Good job, kids! Now, to measure your understanding about our lesson for today, I prepared a short quiz for you. I will give you 3 minutes to answer it. The direction is complete the table by determining if the paired numbers are divisible by 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, or and 10, and identify its factors. Are you ready, kids? That's great. Your timer starts now. Time's up, kids. Are you done? That's great. Now it's time for us to check our answers. The number pair in number 1 is 70 and 90. 70 is divisible by 2, by 5, and by 10, and its factors are 2, 5, 7, 10, 14, 35, and 70. Now let's have 90. It is divisible by 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10, and its factors are 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 15, 18, 30, 45, and 90. And the common factors of those two numbers are 2, 5, and 10. Now let's move on to number 2. The number pair is 95 and 110. 95 is divisible by 5 only, and its factors are 5, 19, and 95, while 110 is divisible by 2, 5, and 10, and its factors are 2, 5, 10, 11, 22, 55, and 110. Its common factor is 5 only. Now let's have number 3. The number pairs or number group in number 3 is 45, 50, and 60. 45 is divisible by 3, 5, and 9. And its factors are 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. Now let's have 50. It is divisible by 2, 5, and 10, and its factors are 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. And the last number is 60. It is divisible by 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10, and its factors are 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 12, 20, 30, and 60. And their common factors are 5 and 10. Excellent job! Now I know that you really understand our lesson. That's all for today, kids. Again, I am Teacher Badette. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.